This is Joel Eric Susans, where we talk about meaningful conversations. This is a collaboration together with Miss and Mrs. UAE Philippines 2026. And of course, with Kusi Still and Films. We are getting to know the candidates of Mrs. Philippines UAE, and one of them is the very beautiful Miss Caroline Crescini. Maraming salamat po for, of course, joining us. Alam mo, gusto kong, which province are you representing?
Camarines Sur.
Camarines Sur. Gusto ko marinig yung pangalan mo, tapos yung Camarines Sur. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Caroline X. Crescini, 40 years old. I'm proudly representing Bicol region, and I'm from Dubai.
Ayun. I want to ask you, what was your thought process? Bakit ka nag-join ng pageant? Paano mo naisip na, uy, sali ako ng pageant?
Kasi nung time, so since then, nagsasali ako before ako naging pumasok sa
Mrs.
So parang naputol yung journey ko when I started working, and then I came to Dubai to work. Tapos yung mother ko is into pageant, siya talaga yung, and then yung mga kapatid ko sumasali sila.
Ano yung thought nila ngayon?
So parang na-excite sila kasi that time parang hindi talaga din ako masyadong, sumasali ako pero hindi ako ganun kaporsigido. So parang sinasabi lang nila sa akin na sumali ka. So yun, napapasali ako. Pero this time, ako yung nag-decide. So parang tinanong ko sila na, do you think I can join? Sabi naman nila, oh, bakit? Why not? So kaya yung support na nakita ko, yung parang yung eagerness nila, sige, sumali ka. So yun yung isang point na nag-ano sa akin. Plus yung mga kaibigan ko, yung sa colleagues ko na sabi nila, sige na, why not? So, actually, tumaba kasi ako. So, that time, kasi I already have 4 children. So, after that, syempre, hindi may iwasan yung mawawala ka ng confidence sa sarili mo. Kasi, nakikita mo yung pictures mo, ay, ang ganda mo dati. So, what happened now? So, parang, so inisip ko, mahirap. Siyempre, I'm trying to, to go back to, who I was. At least, yung body figure ko, yung self-confidence ko. I tried a lot of, nag-exercise ka, diet ka, lahat. Pero walang nag-effect. So, sabi nung kapatid ko, nung nalaman niyang sasali ako, nung tanong ko sa kanya, sabi niya, oh, why not? Nahirapan ka magpapayat, diba? So, siguro ito na yung magiging motivation mo. Kasi ang hirap magpapayat nang wala kang motivation. Wala kang pinaghahandaan. So, parang, okay lang. Bukas na lang ako ulit.
If I may ask, I think ito yung story ni Miss Rose na ikaw yung may biggest na...
Hindi ako.
May iba pa.
Pero actually, malapit. Medyo pero hindi. So, parang nakita ko naman yung progress nung pagsali ko na talagang nag-lose weight naman ako. Tsaka, I'm very proud. Kaya ko din pala. Kaya ko din pala magpapayat ng, alam mo, yung walang kaano-ano na ang tagal.
Mostly, yes. Parang motivation siya. Napakaganda din.
Sa unang isip ko, okay lang. Siguro kahit hindi naman ako manalo, at least pawayat ka, di ba? Pero nung nandun
That's already a win.
For me, may corona na ako. At least pumayat na ako, di ba? Kasi maraming nagtataka, ang payat mo dati, bakit, di ba? So akin, parang, pero nung sumali na ako, dun ko napansin na, ba't ako hindi? Siyempre, nandun ako sa competition why don't you give your best? Siyempre, mag-i-aim ka na ng round.
Push for
yung una kasi, hindi pa ganun kaseryoso. Yung para, sige, sali-sali lang. Sige, papapayat, at least magpapayat ako, diba? Pero nung nandun ako sa competition, dun ko lang na-realize na, why not aim for the crown, diba? Nandun ka na Kaya, ayun. Tsaka maganda din yung competition. I mean, yung mga kako-candidate ko talagang very competitive. So talagang ibibigay mo din yung best.
Din, yes. Ito naman, kasi one of the purpose of the pageant is not only like for the beauty, also for advocacy. Yes. What are you advocating for? Ano yung advocacy mo para sa pag-join ng pageant na ito?
I'm actually advocating for mothers' empowerment. Since, alam mo, I've been to kasi I got married when I was 30, so medyo late na. And then after that, I realized na mothers kasi, pag naging mother ka na, you only have a very limited opportunities, your priorities change. Siyempre, palaging family and children, ganon. Pero kasi, nakikita ko na mothers are siyempre tayo, yung mother natin, sila yung first influencers natin, sila yung supporters natin, sila yung nag-i-empower sa atin. Pero nung naging mother ako, naiisip ko, parang walang nag-empower sa akin. Yung parang, parang ako lang lagi, di ba? So, I need someone. So, yun yung parang naisip ko na, kailangan yung mother, merong nag-empower din. To empower the kids, the children, para magkaroon sila ng, kasi when you empower mother, it's not only you're empowering one mother, you're empowering actually the world. Kasi, sila yung generation shapers eh. So, pag na-empower mo sila, syempre, you will have a better
you
community.
know what? I want to
diba?
pick up on that. At saka ang ganda nun, no? Minsan totoo nga yun, no? Walang nagmo-motivate sa mother. Oh my God.
Oo.
Nalala ko tuloy, sino kaya nagmo-motivate sa kanila, no? Also, kasi sila yung motivators. Ang ganda nun.
Yun, kaya dun ko na-realize when I became a mother, and then na-appreciate ko yung mother ko, much more than how I appreciate her before. Kasi dun ko lang na-experience lahat ng struggles, lahat ng, hindi may iiwasan yun. Although you have your husband, I have my supportive and loving husband, pero iba pa rin kasi yung mother as a mother, yung you're empowering, another mother at least.
How are you juggling itong being a mom, taking care of 4 kids?
Yes.
And then you're also working pa, dual income kayo, no? Both of your,
Yes.
Your husband and you are both working. Paano? How are you managing your time?
This is actually a question I always get, every time sa lahat when they came to know, you got 4 children, how do you manage? Actually, siguro kahit ako, tinatanong ko rin yung sarili ko. Pero, kasi, yung work ko is very flexible naman sa timing, which is I'm very grateful kasi pag kailangan na ako ng mga anak ko, I can work from home. Tapos yung husband ko naman, he's working mostly sa night time. So during daytime nandun siya. And then we have one nanny na look after the baby naman.
Correct.
Pero kasi gusto ko mas hands-on pa rin ako as a mother kasi iba pa rin yung hands-on ka sa mga bata, especially nung mga age nila. Kailangan nila talaga yung mother, yung real mother nila.
Yes.
Kahit mahirap, pero kinakaya. Kasi, I'm grateful nandito kasi kami. I have to do my best na more on time sa kanila since magkakasama kami.
True, ibang dynamics yun, no? Kasi yung ibang mga nanay, malayo sa mga anak. Pero this time, ikaw talaga, you make sure na magkakasama kayo. So, paano yun bilang ina? Hindi ba parang i-encourage mo ba yung ibang mother na ganun din ang gawin? Or...
Well, kasi para sa akin, walang imposible kung gugustuhin. It's hard, but you'll get through it. You'll get used to it. Alagang magagawa naman ng way kung talagang gusto niya. Especially kung parehas kayong both husband and the wife are willing to stay together with the kids. Walang imposible kasi para sa akin, especially pag mga bata pa, kailangan kakasama. Especially ngayon, very uncertain yung nangyayari, di ba? For example, kagaya ng pandemic, magkahiwalay kami. That time kasi na-experience namin yon, yung eldest ko tsaka yung second, kasi dalawa pa lang yung baby namin. Bali, nagbakasyon kami, iniwan namin sila sa Pinas, and then we came back here. We actually plan to come back after a month to take them back. Kaso, nagka-COVID, lockdown, grabe. As in kami nakauwi. And then yung anak ko, kaya syempre, na siya noon, 5 years old, may isip na siya.
Correct.
So that's the first time na napalayo siya ng matagal. And then she knows that we're going back to take them. Pero hindi natuloy kasi sobrang daming mga delayed flights, di ba?
Oo, walang flights.
Tapos that time hindi sila makalabas sa bahay. So nakita ko yung difference nung pagkabalik niya dito. Masyado siyang parang yung trauma na parang every time na aalis ako kasi yung work ko kasi since sa marketing ako, I am traveling sometimes. I am managing the Gulf region.
Yes.
So every time na mayroon akong business trip, may dala akong maleta. Talagang no, you're not going. Kasi sabi niya, you will promise me again, you'll come back, but you're not gonna take me again. Kaya tapos, yung social development ng bata, iba kapag iba yung social development niya kapag kasama ang parents sa iba. Although kasi nandun sila sa sa grandparents. So very, alam mo na pag grandparents talagang,
yes,
oo. So,
approach.
oo, kasi very loving din naman. So kasi sa amin, sa akin, iba sa akin, syempre mother ako, pero as much as possible, gusto ko, may takot pa rin yung bata. So when I took them back here, parang iba na yung, alam mo, tsaka hindi na siya yung kabibo nung dati kasi syempre lockdown, din nakalabas, na parang biglang may takot. Every time na lalabas kami, it's not allowed, we have to stay home kasi alam niya pandemic, 'di ba? Alam niya kids
Parang,
are
but a traumatic experience, no? Last question for you, Ms. Tara. Bakit ikaw ang isa sa dapat makakuha ng corona or not you should get the highest crown from this competition? Bakit ikaw dapat ang manalo ng Mrs. Philippines UAE 2026?
Well, I think I should be the next Mrs. Philippines UAE kasi I am ready and I am very competitive, and because I am Oragon, you know, when you're Oragon, you're Bicolana, you know, you're very competitive, you'll do your best, and we always get what we deserve. So since I think I am giving my best, I think I deserve to be be the next Mrs. Philippines UAE.
Please invite them to support you, vote for you, watch you on the finals and on the prelims.
Yes. So we invite you all to watch and follow our page, of course, Mrs. Philippines UAE. Our prelim is happening this coming Sunday, June 28, and it's happening at the Tamer Hotel in Dera, Dubai. Please come and join us, and of course support our Facebook page, Mrs. Philippines UAE. Our finals is also happening next month. This is July 26, and we also invite you to come and watch. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tara. Maraming salamat for sharing your story.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.